Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Jamie Hughes Show. My name as always is Jamie Hughes and today I'm going to be celebrating my 3-year YouTube anniversary with you guys with a little Q&A. I want to say thank you to everybody that sent in their questions over on Twitter. Without you there wouldn't be a video, so that's really nice. I will link everybody's kind of channels if they've got a YouTube channel or their Twitters down in the description below. But thank you for sending in those questions. Before we jump into it, I want to say, just on a serious note, thank you to everybody that has supported the channel over the past 3 years, whether that's liking, sharing the videos, watching the videos, and obviously most importantly subscribing to the Jamie Hughes Show, because without you there wouldn't be this, which is wonderful, and it still blows my mind that people like to watch me chat shit about films. It's mind-boggling, and I just love you all so much. So I'm going to be doing a little Q&A today, a bit more of a relaxed vibe to this one, which is why I'm sat down. But while I was setting up this video, I kind of realised how much this looks like I've been part of like some YouTube scandal, and this is like my response video to the allegations. It's like, hey sisters, I think it's time for me to speak my truth. There are two sides to every story, and I want to share that with you today. And I don't know how long I can do this voice anymore, because it's not James Charles anymore. This is like a early 2000s Michael Jackson I've got going on here, so I'm going to try and stop it now. And now I'm going Irish. What the hell is going on? But I can't get out of it. But it doesn't matter. So let's jump into this Q&A. And the first question I have got is from DannyZee, and he says, top 5 or 10 movie characters you can relate to the most. I don't think I can do 10. I might even struggle to do 5. But when I was reading this question, one definitely jumped out at me the most, and that is Jimmy from Quadrophenia. Now, Quadrophenia is one of my favourite films. It's my favourite album ever by The Who. I absolutely love it, and it's one of those albums that I discovered when I was like 15, 16, so going through adolescent. I was a young adolescent teenager, and a lot of the themes in Quadrophenia are kind of based around being a young adolescent person, and it just really connected with me. And then obviously when I watched the film, seeing Jimmy's character, there was a lot of stuff going on in Jimmy's life that definitely resonated with me, and it's definitely one of those characters that I grasped to. Whenever I watch the film back, it takes me back to that time, and yeah, it had that character especially had a big impact on me. So that'd be one that jumps out. I don't think I can do 5, but like, you know, the obvious ones are obviously James Bond, you know, all the lads from Magic Mike. No, I'm just kidding, I don't know, but on a serious note, Jimmy is one that definitely sticks out to me. So let's move on to the next question, and it's from Ashley Bonnell, the wonderful Ashley Bonnell, the movie oracle over here on YouTube and Twitter. Ashley is one of the warmest, sweetest, and genuinely enthusiastic people on this platform. I absolutely love watching her videos. She is somebody that I look up to on this platform, and you should all go and check her out because she's just hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. She's just done a wonderful video as well. It's a 1,000 subscriber Q&A video, and she has a little drink in it, and there is a bit where she's kind of, I would say she's maybe a little bit tipsy, and she tries to pronounce the word investigative, which I can just about say myself, and it's just absolute gold, and you all need to go and watch it and have it in your life. But yeah, Ashley, I love you. You are an incredible person. And she asked today, if I was on Snatch Game, who would I impersonate? So Snatch Game is a game show that is on RuPaul's Drag Race. For those of you who've never seen Drag Race, what you do with your life, go to Netflix now and binge watch every season. So yeah, Snatch Game is a game where the drag queens impersonate other celebrities, and they try and make RuPaul laugh. So who would I be? The one that instantly jumped out at me, I think, and it's probably maybe a bit of a cop-out, but I think it would get a laugh off RuPaul, would be Jack Black, because you could just pretty much answer every question with all that sort of stuff, and you know, it would be pretty easy to get away with, I guess. I'm not sure if there's any others. I could probably do some British ones, but I think that they would kind of go over people's head and you wouldn't really get the reference. So yeah, I will go for Jack Black On to the next question. It comes from Ashley Peschel. Again, another absolute top lad. I love Ashley's work. I love him even more because he's a Norwich fan living in Malta, and when they won the championship, he did like a one-man parade around the island. Is Malta an island? I'm going to look really thick here, but yeah, it is, isn't it? Malta's like an island, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's skip that before we start like an international incident. But Ashley he actually asked 3 questions. It's a trifecta of questions, but the first one he asks is, what's the worst final season of finale or TV show you've ever seen? I know maybe you're digging for me to say Game of Thrones here, but I actually enjoyed Game of Thrones. It had its issues, but I was satisfied with the ending, actually. But the one that jumps out to me instantly, I would say, is Parks and Rec. I actually thought that the last season of Parks and Rec was terrible. It felt like a lot of the cast didn't want to be there anymore. It felt like they had found fame somewhere else, and it was just kind of like, oh yeah, by the way, we do this little show that we need to wrap up. So that is one that I've, like, for how high the quality of the show was throughout the other seasons, I think for it to end so abruptly and so quickly, in my opinion, yeah, that's definitely one that really let me down. His next question is, what is one property you would love to see adapted as a movie? So he says, like, properties like books, video games, TV show, etc. I think the first one that jumps out to me definitely is Red Dead, or even Red Dead 2. I think you could make a series of movies now. Obviously, the lineage of video game movies aren't the best. They seem to be improving somewhat over the past few years. But I think if you could get Rockstar involved in it, and they were involved in the production, I think it could work, I guess. There is another one as well, which I actually think it's a graphic novel, and the name is eluding me at this moment in time. But I think it's called like Made of Stone or something, or like Rock Bottom. I think it's Rock Bottom, but it's basically about this guy that and he finds out that he's got like a certain amount of time to live because he's got an illness that is going to turn him into stone, and he has to kind of deal with his own morality. It's a wonderful graphic novel. I think it's co-written by the guy that does a lot of the artwork on the Walking Dead comics now, Charlie Adlard. And yeah, it's a great graphic novel. I think that would make a really great story, and I would love to see that transcend like into film. So they're probably the 2 that jump out at me straight away. If there's another one, there's another graphic novel I like, which is Thief of Thieves, but I think that would make a better TV show. But yeah, there's probably loads, but they were the 3 that like instantly jumped out at me and I would like to see. So I'll ask that question to you guys. What properties would you like to see be turned into movies? So, that's books, graphic novel, games, all that wholesome goodness. And then Ashley's final question is there any YouTuber you would love to collaborate with, big and small? Big cook, little cook, that's what I could think of when I was reading that last bit. Welcome to our cafe. Any YouTubers I would like to collaborate with? Yes, anyone and everyone. Seriously, anyone that wants to do collaboration with me, I would be absolutely honoured to do it. Genuinely, like I've done a couple. I did one with Larry from LCScreenTalk. He had me on during Pride Month, and I got to watch a movie, Paris is Burning, that I'd never seen before. And yeah, it just opens up so many opportunities. Obviously, like if the big lads want to come calling, like Chris Stuckman or Jeremy Jans, then I ain't gonna turn that down, because can you imagine them clicks, them subscribers? Oh mate, I'd be rolling in ad revenue. But like just anyone, it would be like, it's a genuine honor to me that people would want to like share time with me, and the same for them. It's something I would like to do, but I've never really had the confidence to reach out to people. I'm not sure logistically how it would work on my end, so that's kind of an issue on my side rather than anybody else's. But yeah, I would love to collaborate with anyone that would have me, and if I actually grow parabolics in the future, I would love to collaborate with anyone on my channel too. It's definitely a goal going forward. So I know that was a bit of a cop-out answer by saying anyone, but it would be an absolute honour, because I love this little YouTube community that we've got. Everybody is just top lads, and yeah, it'd be great to share some time with them and watch a movie with them that we could enjoy hopefully together. So next question comes from another great creator here on YouTube. That's Tom Gillard. Tom, you know how much I love you. He slides into my DMs on the regular. He's a great lad, and he's asked me, tell me how good Korg is. Okay, let me just take a drink before I do my amazing Korg impression. Are you ready for this? Just gonna have a little swig of Lucozade here. Not a sponsor, but you know, Lucozade, if you want to get involved, it could be me, and like Anthony Joshua could be the face of Lucozade. But yeah, I'm really paranoid. I'm gonna have orange lips as well after drinking this Lucozade. So let me tell you how good Korg is. Hey man, my name is Korg. I'm made of rocks. I like to play Fortnite with my friend Fool and Meek, but I don't like it when there's little kids around, especially that little prick called Noob Master 69. He likes to kill me, so I have to get Thor to take him out, and he shouts at him and tells him to go and cry to his daddy, and I like that. And as I said, my name is Korg. I am very good. I am very, very good, Thomas, and I like it, and I'm going to stop doing this impression now because it's terrible, and it's about 5 different accents in one go. So I'm going to stop now, but thank you. Korg is excellent. So the next question comes from Karen on Twitter. I don't know who Karen is, but she asked me, would I eat this? Karen, it looks nice. Let me just zoom in here. Karen, yeah, it looks nice, but I have no clue what it is, so I'm going to say no, because it could be like kangaroo's ass or like pigs like testicles or something. So I'm pretty sure it's probably not. But yeah, I ain't messing with that. If I don't know what it is, then I ain't playing games, sister. So as nice as it looks, no. So the next question comes from another great YouTuber. Again, Matt is a great guy, and he's a local lad. He's near me, and the stuff that he puts out, he doesn't do big kind of movie releases. He's a lot more in depth, and he does quite a lot of older movies, but it's still very enjoyable stuff, and he's such a knowledgeable guy. I suggest you go and check out his channel. But yeah, Matt asks, how do I stay motivated? And for me, one of the ways that I stay motivated is kind of not to put pressure on myself to make videos. I did that for a time about a year ago. I was really, really kind of pushing myself to make as much content as I could. And I just burnt out, and I just didn't want to make videos. I think there was like a 2-month period where I probably made maybe 1 or 2 videos in that time, because I just didn't want to, because I you know, I was pushing myself so much. And you know, it doesn't come down to this, but I wasn't seeing kind of the progression that I wanted, and it felt like I was just putting out content for the sake of making content. So I've kind of changed my outlook on like stuff. It's like, you know, I'll make YouTube videos when I've got time to. That's not to say that it's not important to me anymore. It still really is. But, you know, I kind of give myself loose guidelines now. It's like, oh yeah, like if I can make a video a week, that's fine. And often that's the case where I become the most productive, because if I have less pressure on myself, you know, if I make a video, it kind of spurs me on to make another video, and then another video after that. But if I'm doing it where I've got to make 3 videos this week, I've got to do it, I just burn out too quickly, because it feels forced. So yeah, what I'm kind of getting at here in a roundabout way is that, like, how I stay motivated is just to take the pressure off yourself and then just enjoy what you're doing. And if you're enjoying it, you will naturally make kind of more videos and have better ideas and all that jazz, really. It's a nice little motivational speech there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. My seminar will be next month. So the next question comes from Emma Parry. Emma is actually somebody that I work with, so shout out to you, Emma. And she asks, what are my favourite, like top 3 favourite movie remakes? And for me, I would go, ooh, what would I say? I would go, do you know what? I'd go for the 2017 remake of The Magnificent Seven. It's got a great cast, really, really fun. Didn't feel like there was a lot of pressure on this movie to not be good, but to succeed. And it felt like they had a lot of fun with it, and I actually really enjoyed this film. So yeah, I'd go for Magnificent Seven. I'd probably say the live-action remake of The Jungle Book is really, really good. I think it's probably the best well-received to this moment Disney live-action remake, and I think it's a great story. I think they expanded on it just enough to keep it fresh, but kept all of the stuff that we loved about The Jungle Book at its heart, and yeah, I really liked it. And maybe one a little bit from left field, but I'd go for the Evil Dead remake. Is it the Sam Raimi, I can never pronounce his name, Sam Raimi remake, the one that came out in like 2014. Again, I really like that. Had no right to be as good as it was. I remember going to see it in the cinema, and it genuinely terrified some of our friends. So I think, you know, from an experience of that movie, I think, yeah, I'd go for that. I like it. It was far better than it had any right to be. So let's move on to the next question then, and it comes from LCScreenTalk. It comes from Larry, and I could probably make a whole video about Larry. I just want to say how much I appreciate Larry. He is, without a doubt, one of the most important and influential people on this platform, part of this community. Every time I go and watch somebody's video, there is a comment and it's from Larry. He just finds the time to support, it feels like, everybody on this platform. He is such a warm, kind soul. I say, he reached out to me. He was my first collaboration on YouTube, and I will always be so thankful to him for that. And yeah, I just could not say enough about Larry. You should all go and subscribe to his YouTube channel, because he's really is genuinely one of the good ones, and he deserves all of the success he's getting. I absolutely love the lad. He's brilliant. So he asks, he's got 3 questions as well. So he asks, biggest celebrity crushes. Let's go like straight away. Lily James, not in Downton Abbey when she looks old and like scraggly and all that, but yeah, Lily James is definitely one for me. Chris Evans as well. It's got to be on it, because it's America's ass. Like, just watching Endgame, I was just like, damn, he's a fine man. He's a fine piece of work. So they're probably my 2 for that one. Then we have favourite Disney princess. I'm going to go... No, we're there. I need to prep for this one. My favourite Disney princess is Moana. Love Moana. I think she is just great. I really, really love Moana. She is one strong, independent lady. Love her. And then his final question is favourite depiction of a superhero in film. Probably have to go for Captain America. I think the progression that we've seen with him from the first Avenger all the way through to Avengers Endgame, I can't even explain it, but you know, you see this character that's, you know, brought into a different time, and you see how like life has kind of caught up with him, and how he's kind of learned to go again, basically, if that makes sense. And you know, like if you look at Age of Ultron, where he's like, you know, don't curse, and then you skip forward a little bit into Endgame, and he's swearing, he's dropping like S-bombs and all that sort of stuff. And I think, yeah, that character that is always essentially good, but you know, has to change the way he does things to fit into a new time. I just think it's a really, really solid character, and as I said, my boy Chris Evans portrayed him so well. Again, we have another 3 questions from Daniel Berrios. Go and subscribe to Daniel. Again, Daniel is just an absolute lad. I love him. He's just started his own channel where he's doing more in-depth analysis, more video essay styles of videos, and he's just a lad. I love Daniel. He is one of the funniest people out there, and I can't say enough about him. So he asks, how am I so damn fine like wine? Well, what can I say, brother? I don't know. I'm just... Maybe I'm born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just... What can I say? I don't actually know what to say about that one without sounding like a big head. But yeah, thank you for finding this so beautiful. Next question is, for the rest of your days, would you rather sleep in a bed of mouldy tomatoes or bathe in asparagus juice? I'd probably have to go for a bed of mouldy tomatoes, because I don't really want to smell like asparagus, because it smells a little bit like wee. So I don't really want to smell like wee for the rest of my life, so I'd have to go for the mouldy tomatoes. And he asks, his final question is, what movie score would you want as your personal theme song? I don't know, it'd probably have to be just off the impact it's had over me in the past couple of weeks. I'd go for Avengers Endgame. You know, you've got all that drama, that thrill, the suspense, and if I could just listen to Portals every day, then that would do me absolutely fine, because I would just be a blubbery mess every single day. So moving on to the next question. Let's go, where is it now? I can't find it. Let's. Oh, here we go. Rewind, replay. Rewind, replay. Wadney, Wackel, I'm gonna make you witch. Next up, the question comes from Rewind, replay. I can't. Why can I not say rewind, replay? Someone's taking a piss out of me here. Rewind, replay. Stephen again is an absolutely wonderful YouTuber. Again, he's so supportive. He's just kind of come back after a brief hiatus. I know this was a few months ago, but Jesus Christ, this lad is working so hard. Go and check out his channel because, again, just one of those people that is just doing nothing but good and is just a genuinely top bloke. So he asked, if I could pitch a movie idea, what genre would it be? Who would direct, write and star? So I would resurrect an old idea of mine that I had when I was in school, which was GCSE media. I had to write a show and it was called The Secret Lives of Avon Ladies. So I would make a proper British comedy drama film about Avon ladies. I'm not sure if anyone's going to get this reference outside of the UK, but yeah, it would be a proper British, like, you know, wholesome comedy drama, like Four Winds and a Funeral, like Love Actually, a little bit like Pride. So yeah, it would have all the British big hitters in it: Jim Broadbent, Helen Mirren, Judi Dench, Julie Walters, Bill Nye. Like, you know what I mean? They just, like, middle-aged people would lap it up. They would love it. So we'd have all those in it. I think I'd have Richard Curtis writing it, and I'm gonna try not and butcher her name. I've got it up here. Gorinda Chadha, who directed Bend It Like Beckham, I would have her directing the movie as well, and I would just watch all of that sweet cash roll in. So this next question comes from Dan Jansen. Again, him and Bongo are just two really funny guys. I love them. Go and check them out and support them. So he asks, what's the scariest horror film I've ever seen, and which film would I say is my favourite horror film? Scariest, without a doubt, is Rose Red, Stephen King's Rose Red. I actually think it was a TV, like, movie adaptation, but yeah, still absolutely terrified me. I watched it in Year 8 English, and yeah, I couldn't sleep. It's the first film I've watched where I've not been able to sleep after watching it for like 2 nights. I thought the actress that was under the bed in Rose Red was underneath my bed and she was going to pop out and kill me at some point. So scariest without a doubt is Rose Red. I've not watched it since for 2 reasons. One, because if it is as terrifying as I remember, I don't want to relive it. And also, 2, if I watch it back and it's not as scary as I remember, I'm going to feel a little bit like an idiot. And then he asked, what is my favourite horror film? It's a close, I would say, they're probably 2 very obvious answers, but I think I would go for either Halloween or Poltergeist. Just 2 great movies that I can rewatch whenever, wherever, whenever we're going to be together. I'll be there and you'll be here and we'll get scared, my dear. So yeah, probably one of those 2, I think, for me. And then Dan also asks another question. He says, would I rather go out to dinner with Margot Robbie or Tommy Wiseau? I think it would have to be Margot Robbie, but maybe not for the reasons that you think, because I think I would like to go out for dinner with Margot Robbie because she's Australian. She was in Neighbours. So, you know, she probably, like, Australia are like 6 months ahead of us when it comes to Neighbours. So, you know, I could get a load of Neighbours spoilers off her. So yeah, that's why I'd go for Margot Robbie. And then moving on, Jared Bruckendahl asks a question again. Another great YouTuber, one of the funniest creators out there today. Go and check out his channel. Jared said, "What's my worst theatre experience? Details. We want them all." So there are 2 that jumped out at me straight away. One was my fault, one wasn't. We'll go for the one that wasn't first. And that was, I was watching The Girl on the train. It was about an hour and a half in, so it's like getting like pretty close to like the climax of the film. And there was a guy that was eating popcorn, and I didn't notice it. I kind of like was too engrossed in the film. But yeah, this guy was eating popcorn, obviously a little bit too loud for some people, because this guy just decided to jump out of his seat in the middle of the movie and just start having a go and like berating this guy and shouting at him for eating popcorn, which in turn actually interrupted the film more than if they'd have just like let this guy finish his popcorn. So yeah, that was quite annoying because it was, say, quite an intense point of the film and it kind of took everybody out of it for a while. So yeah, that was an annoying one. And then another one is, I think I mentioned it before, but basically what happened was I had a screening for, was it Stronger? The movie with Jake Gyllenhaal about the guy that was lost his legs in the Boston bombings and had to rebuild his life. So I had a screening for that, and I got there. We were a little bit late to the screening, but you know, the film still hadn't started yet. There was a couple of adverts left before the film started. So I went to get to my assigned seats, you know, rushing up there, and there was a woman sat in one of the seats, and I was like, all right, okay, like I'll just sit in the seats behind, but you know, you kind of had that worry that, you know, what if somebody else turns up? So I kind of sat there, the film started, and it was kind of stewing on me that, like, this woman, like, how dare she? She's got the audacity to sit in my seat, like, when I booked that seat, like, weeks ago. And anyway, I was sitting there, I was getting more and more kind of frustrated and angry, and I thought, well, I can't say anything to this woman now because the film started, I'm going to make a scene, and it just built and built and built, and I was getting really annoyed. I couldn't get into the film because this was just really annoyed me that somebody, like, could sit in somebody's seat so blasé. So I left. I ended up leaving. I was fuming, like, because I was going to miss the film, but I was fuming because it was such a stupid reason, but I just couldn't get it out of my head. So I got in the car, absolutely raging, and then I checked my phone, checked my seats, and it turns out that it was actually me that was sat in the wrong seats because I had booked seats 2 rows in front of where the woman was actually sat. Yeah, so it was my fault. And I feel bad because I left, but I also feel good because if I'd have tried to kind of tell this woman to move, I would have looked like a right idiot. I probably still do anyway, but yeah, it was one of those, like, stupid things. But again, it kind of was a bad experience because I ended up missing what was actually quite a good film. So yeah, that was one of those. And then moving on to the next question comes from Ryan O'Toole. Again, Ryan is an absolute top lad, a great creator here on YouTube. Him and his brother Cody are doing wonderful, wonderful things. Sadly, they've just finished Rotten Not Fresh, which was a show that I was very lucky to be a part of, and I wish them all the best in the future with whatever they're going to do going forward. But Ryan asks, what is my favourite Pixar movie and why? And I would have to go for... I'm going to go for Ratatouille. It's a little bit of a left field answer. Probably not one that people were expecting. But yeah, I would go for that. I think Ratatouille, I think it looks beautiful. It's got a great story. It's funny. And yeah, I just really like it. I really, really like Ratatouille. I can't really say why, like, too much, but it's one of those ones that really stands out for me, and I think it's a really underrated Pixar movie too. And then the final question comes from Movie Emporium, and it says, if you could write a movie you hate a lot yourself, what would it be and how would you write it? I probably wouldn't, because if I hate it, I wouldn't make it. One of the movies I do hate is District 9, so I would change that massively. I just hated it, like, I just couldn't stand that film. So that's one that I would rewrite, but I don't know how I would do it. Because as I said, if it's a movie that I hate, I wouldn't want to make it in the first place. And I think that's it. I think that is all of the questions. That is all of the Q&A done and dusted. If you've watched the whole thing, thank you very much for sticking around. Again, thank you to everybody that submitted a question. You're all wonderful, wonderful people. Again, thank you to everybody that has supported the channel over the past 3 years. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. You are brilliant. You make this experience so worthwhile, and I love you all. And if you did enjoy this video and you want to keep up to date with all the latest movie news and reviews and awesome bonus features like Q&As and all that jazz, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the very next episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. Ta-ra!